G'day everyone and welcome back to another Fusion 360 tutorial. In today's lesson we're going to have a look at a really useful set of tools and those reside in the sketch set of tools. Now sketching is basically the creation of your geometry or the shapes of objects that you want to create into solid objects, i.e. by extruding that shape into a solid object. So let's actually jump straight in. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to click on this tool here. There it is. And I'm going to choose the plane on which I'd like to sketch. Now I could select this plane here, which is basically that ground plane, if you like, or looking from the top view. I'm going to click on this one here. And you'll see it swung me around. And now we're kind of looking at that plane from the top. All right, so let's have a little look at some of the tools here. Now, you can see over here we've got a whole range of different tools, but what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to click on this one here. It says create and pull down. So the first one we're going to look at is the line tool. Now the line tool is, you're going to get to grips with this an awful amount in Fusion 360 because it really is one of those things that you use all of the time. And basically it goes a little something like this. So I'm just going to click on that and I'm just going to draw a triangle. And you can see it's measuring out and putting degrees and that sort of stuff in there. So I've done that. I've drawn a triangle. And the next thing that I'm going to do, in fact, why don't I draw another triangle, seeing as I'm in the line tool? Maybe I'm just going to go from here. I'm just going to go and close that back to there. There we go. We've got two triangles. Let's go to the next one. We're going to do rectangle. Now here we've got a few options here. We can do a 2-point rectangle, a 3-point rectangle, a center rectangle. So a 2-point rectangle, basically, as it says there, creates a rectangle using 2 points from the diagonal corners. So it goes a little something like this. I'm going to click on that. I'm just going to click here, and then I'm going to choose the other corner, if you like. There it is. If I do a 3-point rectangle, you will see it basically goes like this. I can click there, I can click there, and I can kind of pull up like that. So there's another one. What else have we got in here? Let's have a look at a circle. Again, a few points, a few variants in terms of the creation of circles. Basic one that we're going to go with here is the first one there, creating a circle from a center diameter. So I'm just going to come over here and I'm just going to pull out there. And you can see it's got a diameter value in there. What else can we create? In fact, let's create another circle this time, maybe using 2 points. So I'm going to click here and I'm going to click over here. All right, let's try another one. Let's go with an arc. Again, we've got a few options there. We've got a 3-point arc, a center point arc, a tangent arc. Let's have a look at a 3-point arc. All right, what's that look like? I'm going to click here. I'm going to click over here. So you can see I'm 40 millimeters apart there. So that's my second click, and then I'm going to pull up. And you can see I can pull down or pull up and determine the arc. All right, what I might do here is actually close this off with a line. So let's just go and click a line from here to here, and we'll close that off. You can see, by the way, when they kind of get shaded in blue in the center of those objects, you can see that that basically means that they're closed shapes. What else could we do? Let's go back in here. Let's this time have a look at polygon. Okay, circumscribed polygon. Polygon, what do we got? Creates a polygon using the center point and the midpoint of one edge. Okay, so let's click. I'm going to pull out. So you can see it's 15 millimeters from the center. And then I'm basically going to pull down. Oops, sorry, my mistake. Let's try that one again. Polygon. I'm going to click. There we go. I'm just going to pull that straight out. And there it is. So I can do that again for you. I'm going to click and I'm going to pull that out. And notice that there's the value. Obviously, if it's, you're pulling it out nice and straight, there you go. I'm just going to drop that one there. Almost like a nut or a head of a bolt there. Now, obviously, a polygon can have a number of sides. So if I'm doing a polygon again, you can see the number of sides there is, or the edges is set to 6. I could change that to 8. If you like, and there we go, we've got an octagon. So yeah, easy to kind of define how many edges you would like in there. We'll have a look at one more, and that will be an ellipse. Okay, so creating an ellipse defined by a center point and then your major axis and point on the ellipse. So let's go with that. I'm just going to come down here. We'll say this might be the center. I'm just going to pull out along that major axis. And then I'm going to pull the minor axis out there. So that gives you a bit of an idea about, just creating those basic shapes or basic geometry in Fusion 360. Now, obviously, there's nothing really fully defined there in terms of constraints, and they're not perfect dimensions because I was just kind of dropping them in. So I'm just going to finish that sketch, and we'll look at how we can create these or turn these into bodies. So the most important thing once you've finished a sketch is to click on Finish Sketch. And here we are. We are in our 3D sort of view. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on Extrude. You can see there it says Add Depth. Adds depth. There we go. And I'm just going to click on this, and you can see I can pull this up. Maybe that one comes up 15 millimeters. And there it is. Now you're probably wondering, hey, where's my sketches gone? Let's just go into here, into your browser, and turn those sketches on. That way we can actually see them. All right, let's click this one. We might extrude that one up, maybe 30 millimeters. Let's go and extrude this one, maybe only 10 millimeters. Let's extrude this one. Pull that one up 50 millimeters. And I'm just pressing enter, by the way, to finish the command here. We've got a circle, and I'm pulling these up. Nice tall one there. By the way, you can actually see how many bodies I've created down here. So we had our initial sketch with all of our shapes, and then I'm an extrusion and extrusion and extrusion, so on and so forth. So because they are separate values, it's a new body every time, because that's pretty much what I'm creating, a different body. So really what I'm doing here is just, getting a feel, having a play. There's another hexagon. There we go. All right, job done. So what you can see there is a whole range of 3D objects which I've created. I'm just going to turn that sketch off so you can see it a little better. And if I wanted to edit those, I could go back. If I wanted to, let's say, change the length of the extrusion, I might go back down here in my timeline. I can just right click, edit the feature, and then I can say, hey, 15. No, I'd like that to be 30. Thank you. Okay, click on OK. So really in this exercise, what I'd like you to do is just to have a play around, introducing yourself to Sketch, having a go at doing those line shapes, the rectangular shapes, circles, arcs, polygons, and ellipse. That's all I need you to have a play around with. And then, yes, go on and do some extrusions and create them into bodies. So hopefully that gives you a bit of an understanding of how Sketch works. All right, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in another video.